Hello beautiful people. If you clicked on this video, you are probably a school speech language pathologist watching. You're probably struggling with schedules and organizing all of your data and documentation and therapy planning. I found some free resources that I think will be really helpful for this new school year. I personally plan on using them myself. So I want to share this with you. I'm really excited, so let's dive right in. So just as a little overview, I am in the public schools and I am an itinerant bilingual provider for all of the Korean students. So what that means is that I will be a traveling therapist across 6 different schools where I go from school to school to school. So you can imagine that's a lot of traveling and a lot of miles and walking. I know that there's going to be a lot of moving pieces, which is why for this year, when constructing my schedule, I decided to go with Jamboard. Alright, so I have my Jamboard open and I basically just created a grid from Monday through Friday with all of the time slots. Now, again, I have 6 schools and each school has their own time schedule, but just to make it easier for myself, I did the basic 30-minute increments. With the DOE, we are guaranteed these time slots. So what I like to do is just input them into the schedule first. So I know we have a lunch period every day. So I decided to just have lunch from 12 to 1, Monday through Friday, and drag them in like that. And then I decided for CSIS, I'm going to have them at the end of every day. So I'm going to just, whoops, why is that? Okay, so I'm just gonna drag my CSIS time under like that. I know the camera's covering, but I did put it behind there. And then for my prep, I can just maybe put that in the morning so that I can just start my day with figuring out what I'm going to do for that day, making sure that I have all the materials that I need. If I need time to print anything, this would be the time to do it. So again, we are given that time, which is great. I didn't have that prep time when I was working at the agencies. So the DOE is very, very great. And also there is a parent conference and discussion time as well. So during this time, basically we reach out to the parents, we get to update them on the students' progress, and basically it's a time for them to voice their concerns and whether they feel like they're benefiting. So maybe I'll put that at the end of the day on Tuesday. We also have like administrative work, and so maybe I'll plug those in there. And we also have admin, which is when students that teachers are concerned about and may need a referral for speech therapy services. This would be the time where we go in and see students that are not on our caseload but may need the services, and we would screen them basically to just see if they do, if there's a presence of a disability or anything that's impacting their ability to access the curriculum and to succeed and function in the classroom. So that would be the time to do that. I would just plug it in anywhere. And that's it. So now that you have all of the contractually agreed things in there, now we can begin plugging in all of our students. So let me show you how I would do it. Alright, so now I have everything in there. Now basically what you want to do is go into the IEP for all of your students and figure out what are their mandates. So most of the times I find that it's twice a week, 3 times a week. It all depends on the child. But for the purpose of this, I'm going to do 2 times a week. So let's say I have Johnny, individual session, 1 time a week, and then maybe in a group for the 2nd time. So I'll do it like that, and I will use green to represent 1 school. So here, I'll go like that, maybe put Johnny here and here. Now in Johnny's school, there's also a kindergartner maybe. His name is Peter. He has a individual mandate as well as a group mandate. Whoops. So I'll do it like that. And because they are in the same school, I will put them back to back like that. Maybe Johnny, I see him with a group with Isaiah. So I will put Isaiah next to him like that. The benefit of using the Jamboard, like I said, is because things move around, scheduling changes all the time. So it's much easier to just move the mandates around rather than erasing, starting over. And also I like this because it's digital, so it saves paper, but also you know that each student is accounted for, because right off the bat you are going to create little post-it stickies for each of the mandates. So now after I see these students, let's just say that I have to drive over to another school. So then I give myself 30 minutes to drive to the next location, and then for there I can put, whoops, more kids, like that. And Dwight is also seen 2 times a week, 1 time in individual and 1 time in a group. And then I can put him here. And then afterwards, maybe I go to another school and he has a mandate of 3 times a week. So then I can easily plug him in like that, like so, like that. And again, using my driving emoticon to just signal that I am driving during that time. I'm traveling to the next location, and you just keep on going, keep plugging in all of these blank spaces. If there is a change in schedule, then you can quickly move them around. So I think this is how I'm going to be building my schedule this year. As for possible, I know that, there are chances where, Isaiah can be seen either here in the morning or here in the afternoon, but I'm not really sure where I want to see him yet. Then in that case, maybe you can use like capital letters or something to signify like, okay, he can either be here, or maybe you can create like other colors that Isaiah, you can be seen here, but I think most likely I'm going to see him here. Like that. Does that make sense? I hope that doesn't make... This pop-up keeps coming up. Sorry about that. Dismiss. Alright, so this is what Jamboard looks like and how I plan to use it to build up my schedule this year. I have so many resources that I want to just talk about, chat with you, and share. And for that reason alone, I think this video will be very long. So this is part 1, and part 2 will be out shortly. I will see you in the next video. Bye!